Hello and welcome to the trends portion of the May Priority Report. Today I want to briefly touch on a few trends that we're seeing not just in credit union land but in the larger financial services industry. Now, we talk a lot about cybersecurity. It can't be overstated how important it is to make sure that consumers are educated about the threats our institutions are up against, as well as making sure that credit unions and financial institutions are educated about those threats and knowing how to best deal with them. Even credit unions who have elaborate and effective safeguards should not discount the advantages of consumer awareness. After all, these systems are being constantly tested with new and innovative attacks, and all it takes is one breach to endanger a credit union's reputation. We have to make consumers and credit union members aware of cybersecurity issues, of course, and the real responsibility lies with the staff of each institution. So in order to help financial institutions protect against these threats, the Department of Insurance and Financial Services will be offering an Executive Leadership of Cybersecurity event next month at the Kellogg Center in East Lansing. The event is scheduled for Thursday, June 2nd, and it begins at 8:30 in the morning. These sessions are designed for CEOs, executive management team members, and board members that want to address cybersecurity issues within the financial services industry. Registration is a pretty low, $150 for the full day event. And the program provides a non-technical overview of current cyber threats as well as those that may be coming down the pike later. This is an important topic for our industry, so I encourage you to consider attending. Another trend we're focused on right now is the importance of bringing more millennials to credit unions. They may not look like it, but surveys have found that this generation is actually more financially aware than previous generations. They are certainly more financially stressed. This doesn't mean that millennials are any more financially literate than older generations, but they do have more resources available to them to achieve that literacy. One fact that credit unions have to face is that their members are growing increasingly engaged and interested in their own finances, which presents great opportunities for the industry if they know how to communicate with millennials. According to a survey by the Harris Poll organization released last year, a documented 84% of millennials say they are seeking financial advice. Top concerns remain not having enough money in emergency funds for paying monthly bills. So, unsurprisingly, a large amount of millennials consider saving and investing, as well as making a financial plan, a very high priority. Yet many millennials have not established any strong relationships with a financial institution, and they're currently looking to place their faith in an organization they can trust. So credit unions would do well to consider that millennials, by and large, are very socially conscious, and many consider it their own personal responsibility to better their communities. This places credit unions in an ideal position to attract the largest generation since the baby boomers, especially if they tout the positive contributions by their organizations. But you can't communicate to millennials if you're not communicating on the platforms they're using. It has often been stated that we are in the middle of a dramatic communication change, one led by social media and digital content. This year, experts say that 9 out of 10 financial institutions have an active social media presence, specifically Facebook. But that does not always mean that it's an effective presence. Often these social media accounts simply do not have the level of engagement that they should. Instead, marketers say that personalized content could mean the difference between connecting with members or losing their interest. Obviously, these are big issues with a lot to unpack, but hopefully I've given you something to think about in the brief time that we have. Thanks again for watching.